What's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. If you don't know me, I'm Teddy. I do reaction videos and reviews on this channel, and if you like that type of stuff, please subscribe. Don't forget to check out the playlist of Queen Charlotte, a Bridgerton story. Today we're going to be reacting to episode 4, so let's get to it. The previous episode was so intense, like the ending of it was so intense. I am just wondering how this one is going to be.
If your Majesty prefers to retire, Mr. Reynolds and I are perfect.
Am I not permitted to watch the king?
It is just not usual.
I confess I still have much to learn about palace procedure. For instance, I just pulled the king out of a hole in the vegetable garden where he was busy discoursing with the sky. Is that usual?
No, Your Majesty, the king has not been himself lately.
What is this? What is happening? What has happened to my husband?
Well, when you see that 2 of these horses can accomplish in a day what took a team of oxen a week, you shall learn how easily old habits die. With the new plows the Dutch devised.
So he doesn't always have good days.
Princess, you are
That's
needed
what
at
we are
the palace.
learning.
Tell her I'm busy in a field. I'm afraid she insists. I believe she's found you a bride.
She's found?
The war has drained our coffers. Now the American colonies threaten to withhold taxes and Parliament revolts. The people need a king, a real king. God knows you have had your obstacles.
So,
Wow.
I have found you a queen. Except for the best one. She is on a ship,
Ship. Now,
bound for London. The betrothal contracts are signed.
Wow.
It is done.
That's how he was just informed.
she will lose the moon.
Lose the moon, Your Majesty.
Storms over the North Sea this season. Master, your captain or your sextant. No sky, no moon, no moon. No lunas, no longitude. No longitude, no bride. She loses the moon and she
Oh my god.
Withdraw!
not only the moon, Pollux lost. Regulus lost.
Oh my god. I don't think the pressure helped of being constantly told that you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to do this.
Excessive ill humor in the legs. We tried your methods. They succeeded in nothing but driving the humor into his stomach. Your Highness, I implore you, diet is the key.
Enough. We've entertained all your theories and their hideous treatments. Now it is a week before his wedding, and the king remains. As before. We need new theories.
Indeed, Your Highness, it may be time to consider what none of your physicians have dared. That the
Which
king's
is?
condition is not merely physical, but nervous.
Do you understand what you are saying, sir? That
Is it saying?
If the king is declared insane, he loses the throne.
Not insane. Merely suffering a disorganization of the nerves. Disorganization I have devoted my career to curing. Dr. John Munro of the Bethlehem Hospital.
You mean Bedlam? The madhouse? Your Highness, this quack has no place among proper doctors.
The proper doctors have failed me, so I have had to cast a wider net.
Listen, boy. Remember yourself. You are the King of England. You have thousands prepared to die at a word from you. You have.
This episode is really getting me like tongue-tied because I'm trying to understand.
You can command yourself too.
Did it work?
You're to marry in a week. Are you fit to marry, George?
Do not gawk like a peasant. Behave as though you've been here before.
There's a problem. What have you done now, Brimsley? Bride's missing. What are you doing?
Disappearing, as evidently the bride has done. No bride, no wedding.
If your bride is missing, it is your responsibility to remedy that.
Probably for the best. It was premature, all this. I'm not ready, not right.
I have examined you thoroughly, and you are perfectly right.
Didn't he just say that he just needs talking to? But why is he now torturing him, just like the other doctors? So this is what happened behind the scenes. Now everything makes sense. But I feel like he should have just been honest.
George. Forgive me, Your Majesty.
Child.
Welcome back, Your Majesty.
Observatory now. Just you.
Does Your Majesty not find the Queen attractive?
I did not know a woman could be so beautiful.
Perhaps is she dull?
She is terrifyingly clever, that's the problem. If she were ugly, if she were dull, I might feel myself up to the task. Instead, her brilliance shows the troll I am.
If I may, Your Majesty may only be blinded by that brilliance.
Her perfection is matched only by my deformity. She belongs as far from me as she can get.
Will Your Majesty not be returning to Buckingham House?
I have done as they asked. I married. Now I shall leave her alone, safe from me.
Wow.
Return to my planets, my stars. They at least
Oh, this was happening?
Good night, Reynolds.
Ooh, guys, I have a hot water bottle on my back because I'm going through womanhood. And it's like, it's hitting the spot.
Please, carriage.
Yes, Your Majesty. May I say our destination?
We are going to see my husband.
Your Majesty.
I already had my dinner, Reynolds.
Of course, Your Majesty. It is just that there is something I need.
Reynolds, was I not clear that I'm not to be disturbed under any circumstance?
You were, Your Majesty. It is just that this particular circumstance is rather. The Queen is coming.
What? Why was I not informed?
No one was informed, Your Majesty.
No, I need your help.
Of course.
That is the origin of your fits. This is the cure.
Don't tell me that's an electrical chair.
If you cannot govern yourself, you're not fit to govern others. Until then, I shall govern you. Do you understand me, boy?
How is trauma a way to fix my mental health?
In here, you were just another animal in a cage. Just like an animal! I will break you! Ungag him.
We have been at this for days. How much longer?
As long as it takes to achieve our goal, that was our agreement.
Our goal was to restore me to myself. Much more of this, and I will not have a self to return to. Is a broken king really better than a mad one?
I do not call it the terrific method for nothing. Terror is its very basis.
Is really a
From
broken
that
king better
terror,
than a
what
mad one?
result? The wolves of the German Black
Because aren't
Forest
they just
were
like
fierce.
escalating
The
the problem?
fiercest in the world. Not content to steal chickens and cattle, they ran off with children, the old, the wolves into this thing. Boy, animal nature is play.
Do they give the dog that they were using to torture him
I will do to
as a
you what the
gift?
Germans did to their wolves.
Your Majesty might provide the Queen a gesture. A gesture. Some token, some sign that she is not really alone. That you shall be with her soon. Something to be with her until I can be. Precisely. Say, what hours does the doctor keep in his laboratory? Does your Majesty require his attention? On the contrary.
They stole a dog.
I was thinking of flowers. I am still the king, as I may be. Cannot a king move freely about his own palace? I want the queen to know we will not be caged forever.
Have his bits healed then?
His bits are fine, I've told you.
You have. I spoke out of turn. I offer my apologies.
Accepted.
You can confirm His Majesty's condition has eased.
What condition?
Whatever condition has kept him away so long.
There is no condition.
We could work together. I could be useful. I am a patriot. I serve the crown. You cannot take all of this on a man.
You are climbing, Brimsley.
I am not.
He is mine. Stay down.
Ooh.
No fish around the king.
Was he shaking then? Oh god. Oh shit. Oh, chocolate pie.
Your Majesty?
Not now, Doctor. I'm busy moving.
Moving
To Buckingham House.
without consulting me?
I have instructed the men to find you quarters there. Though I am afraid our consultations may become rather less frequent.
Alas, that such a change could have disastrous consequences for your health.
My health. Doctor, I feel healthier than I have in years.
Doctor wants to keep on torturing. He was like, I want to keep on torturing you. I need that money, that money that was being given by. That money must come to me.
You are breathtaking.
I need to know if you have properly vetted her. The
You told
crown.
me I had to wed for the crown. I did. You told me to charm her to make it easier for the crown. I have done my best. You told me I could not let her know me because I must protect the secrets of the crown. I have not. You told me to bed her. I have done so. It has been abundantly clear since my first breath that I was born for the happiness or misery of a great nation and consequently must often act contrary to my passions. Monroe, what are you doing here?
Spot of insomnia, Your Majesty? Unfortunately, I'm not free for treatment just now.
Perhaps I failed to speak clearly before. You will never treat me again. You are no longer my doctor.
Oh, pity. Nevertheless, I remain the Queen's.
The Queen's?
Yes, I'm preparing this poultice for her now.
Stay away from her.
But, Your Majesty, she came to me. Heard that the King's doctor was here and apparently figured that she should not settle for anything less than doctor to the King.
But why would she need a doctor?
Well, because obviously she is with child. She was not sure, but I am. Congratulations, Your Majesty. A joyous day for England.
Did that trigger him?
Reynolds! Reynolds, my carriage!
should leave him there.
Your Majesty.
Brimsley, stop following me.
I beg you. Your
Brimsley,
Majesty.
stop! Your Highness ever tried cutting English mutton with a dull knife? I beg your pardon. The knives at Buckingham House used to be sharp enough. Then, one day, they were all dull. It happened to be the day the King joined me there.
I believe we may have to break fast another morning, Lady House.
Odd, I thought, but surely a coincidence. Surely a coincidence, too, that the very same day the windows were sealed shut on the upper floors and suddenly locks everywhere. Locks on the armoury, the kitchen, the shed where the gardeners keep their shears. A coincidence, surely. What I could not quite convince myself was a coincidence, though, was when the library set of Shakespeare was suddenly missing King Lear.
Forgive me, I am not a Shakespeare enthusiast.
The one about the mad king, because the king is mad and I live in a mad house.
You forget yourself, Charlotte.
All this time I thought I was the damaged one. That somehow I was deficient when he...
The king is not mad. The king is merely exhausted from holding the greatest nation in the world on his shoulders. The weight on his mother as she watches her son start to crack. If God grant you ever do bear an heir, then you may start to learn, and your first lesson will be this. You would do anything to stop the cracking. You would engage hideous doctors and 1,000 disgusting treatments. You would scour Europe for a queen grateful enough to aid him. And yes, if necessary, you would leave the rough edges of his nature for his bride to discover in due course.
I did not even ask for a husband, but if I must have one, if I must leave my home, my family, my language, my life, it cannot be for a man I do not know. The man I was not allowed to know. For a lie!
Oh my God.
You're unhappy.
Oh my God, he heard that. Fix me.
Your Majesty. Strap me back.
How are they always like at the right place to hear the yelling and all sorts going on? But anyways, this brings us to the end of our reaction. I must say this was a lot, and this episode had a lot of things that we were learning from King George, and it was very difficult to be talking in the reaction, but it makes me eager to react to season 5, episode 5 and episode 6. Please forgive me. It's literally like almost 12 at night, and I am tired as fuck. I am sleepy, and we shall continue on the next episode. Until next time, peace.
What could you know about that? The weight of that on a boy.